On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Off the play fake. Gonna let it fly. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. Still running at the 40. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Going to the ground is what the Razorbacks love to do, to move those chains with guys like Peyton Hillis and Darren McFadden.
Yeah, and you think of just Felix Jones along with the same era. Just guys that toted the rock with some physicality. Just tough guys that make you bring your lunch. When you want to come tackle them, you better bring it.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got a man. It's Ferguson. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. As the Rooster close, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. The give on the option. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So South Carolina's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, Does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Wants to throw. It's Sellers. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Trying to set up the screen.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up. Got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Catch and stride inside the 15. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Trying to pound their way in. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely right now to get you a touchdown?
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Getting the quarterback up.
Touchdown, Arkansas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You get down here on this part of the field, and the field shrinks so much. You play so aggressive, and you're playing all eyeballs on the run, and a nice sleight of hand by the offense. Bring out the play action. He hits his guy right behind where the guys are supposed to be. They come up to play the run, out of position, touchdown for the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, running back on the move. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. We reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. To the air, it's Sellers. Catch in the middle, it's Hooks. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Hooks. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Gamecocks have this offense rolling. They'll move the tight end. He leaves it with his back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Eakin. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yards.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Razorbacks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Kick is in the air. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on their scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapon. That too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. The inside handoff. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Quarterback moving. Nice move to pick up yardage. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Pulls it in and looking upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Hunt. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Finds a man on the left. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Bringing the heat. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
South Carolina, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
You've got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. This time on target. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They booted away on 4th down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Final seconds of the 1st half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
No, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
All right, Kevin about ready to start the second half here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and take it back. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Going to the ground. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Back to pass, it's Lindsey. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Hunt. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Gives it on the option. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a gap, it's Hunt. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in, it's hooked. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Rides the back on the option, the give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down, it's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Rivers. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Eakin. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
He wants to throw it again. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced 3rd and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drop.
There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off the play fake on first down. Fires downfield. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Pocket breaking down. And the DB right with him to knock it away. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. To the air, it's Sellers. Keeps the play going. Fighting off the defender. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And man, what great effort. You could tell he was fighting, scratching, breaking tackles. The problem is when you give all those second efforts and you got all those guys holding you up, slowing you down, now that football becomes vulnerable. You can punch it out. Defense punches the football out, lands on top of it. Nice momentum swing for this defense.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Rides to back and leaves it. Past the first down marker and still running. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired, of course.
Breaks into the open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Makes the catch. It's Hunt. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3. And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Hauls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Eastern Michigan is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Bowling Green. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Eakin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on fourth down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter fourth down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
Moving out of the pocket. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. This offense has it with really good field position. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Going for the big play. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Turning it on! Smashes ahead. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. And be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Hooks. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air, it's Sellers. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming